Also, no down payment.
I told my client, I said, man, we're coming up on 2 weeks here.
I'm smoking.
But I'm a big believer, how you play here is how you play everywhere.
Oh my goodness, am I gonna get in trouble? Get a doctor who's interested in our house. I can see him now. I'm just gonna read this thing, guys. Here we go. In this episode, we are talking about what happens when a buyer does everything right, but the people on the other side of the deal do not. This is Blue Sofa. Clear my throat, drink my water.
The water's almost empty, but...
Hush. AD, I'm mad. I'm so mad.
Why you mad, babe?
Mad.
I guess we could be mad together. But...
Yeah, stand 10 toes down with me. I'm smoking.
What you smoking about?
I'm so upset. So I have I have quite a few medical clients right now. That is what's going on right now. I have 2 physicians. One is a lot further in his career, and the other one is graduating from residency and getting the big girl job. Big shout out to you.
Yeah, I never know how to do it.
What was that? Try it again. Wait, it sounded like you said wah wah wah.
I'm trying to do.
Wah wah.
Let's just move on.
Okay.
We're just gonna move on. That was bad.
It wasn't the sound I made. Okay. He was cheering for you. I promise. Wah wah. Yay! Wah, wah, wah. Okay, sorry. All right, so I have, and so with that, I've had the opportunity to really get to know some physician loans right now.
Correct.
And they come in many makes, models, types, styles, colors, flavors, and textures.
Tell me more. What do you mean? That's a lot of variety.
They come in so many styles. So the first thing about physician loans is, one, they have no PMI.
That's good.
Yeah.
And what's PMI for folks who don't know?
Private mortgage insurance.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
So the reason why they do that is because usually when they're getting the big girl and the big boy job, usually, depending upon if they came out of fellowship or if they came out of residency, they usually could buy a big old house. And those lenders are counting on that. Yeah. If you're smart, like my clients, they're not doing that. Okay, and we're listening to my advice. This is your first house, not your last house. Okay.
That's good.
All right. So and so they do no PMI because they're assuming that it's going to be a big loan.
Yeah, and they have the income to be able to support it.
Also, no down payment.
0%? Just like
0%, no PMI.
Wow.
That is consistent across the board. Now, what gets interesting is sometimes some loans give credits.
Tell me more. What do you mean credits?
So, for instance, FNB, federal, just FNB. I'll put that in the description box below. FNB, they give $5,000.
Oh, okay.
Like a grant, just pew.
Just because you are a MD doctor.
Not sure what that was.
I'm not sure what that was. Just as bad as I can't even make that noise again. Wow. It was just
They do that. And then also, let's see, what else have I seen? I've seen really low interest rates too. Okay. Yeah. So like when the market was doing that weird thing it did last week, like around 6 and mid 6s, the medical loans were staying around the 5s.
That's pretty good. Okay. Give me one of these medical loans.
Go to med school.
Yeah. You're too late for me.
It's never too late to become a doctor.
I'm good, love.
Okay.
Yeah,
all right.
Good.
All right.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'll watch The Pit. All right. And then the really interesting part that varies is that a lot of times doctors are moving around for various reasons.
Sure.
Especially when they're in residency getting ready to land the big girl or the big boy job.
Apply, see where it takes you. Yeah.
Exactly. So when you get pre-approved, there is a window where you cannot have a job but still secure a loan, as long as you start your job within 60 to 90 days.
Wow.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
Yes.
So you're saying you finish a medical school, fellowship, residency, whatever it is. Well,
They
really
will
residency.
give you a mortgage as long as you have an offer letter that says you are starting your job 3 months from now.
That's pretty cool.
And some lenders, the one I'm working with, this is at Liberty Credit Union. He actually was able to make it like 100 days.
Oh wow! So you got a little cushion.
He was just like, "Don't worry, I got this."
So that means, why? How do you do that? That's the second time you've done that.
I don't know what this.
I mean, we do that, for
Who does that?
our alpha stuff. But
Oh my goodness, am I gonna get in trouble?
what? You so,
Oh no, they coming for me, the alphas.
You so annoying.
Help! I didn't mean no disrespect.
Why are you so annoying? Bro?
I didn't know.
Why?
Is that one of them sites? I am so sorry.
I'm so done with you.
You know you Greeks, y'all. Y'all don't play. If you make the wrong sound, and then all of a sudden, is there a bunch of alphas sitting outside waiting for me?
Annoying.
Just ready to with your black and gold coats, like.
All right, let's get back to these doctor loans. Babe, get back.
I saw you make the snake sound.
Oh my gosh.
Why is there a snake? Anyway, so what happened? The reason why I'm mad is because she's a great credit profile.
Yeah.
Great loan. I just described how fantastic this loan is, right?
Yeah, I would want to take.
Okay. And so then after that, we find a great house.
Okay.
And the agent because when these things are very public, like once you put in an offer, they see what type of financing you have, they see what type of loan you have, her contract, she chose to say doctor, blah, 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 blah. So
she earned it.
She earned it. Just like the PhDs too. Doctor. So like you earn it. And so that agent saw that as an opportunity to shop the offer around.
Jeez.
What's shopping the offer around, sweetheart, for those who don't understand?
So shopping the offer is you don't have any offers, and then you get an offer, and you use that offer to elicit better offers versus responding or making a decision on said first offer.
And it was a good offer. So in this situation, that agent was greedy. And I want to use another G word. I'm going to use it, ghetto too. No, greedy. He was greedy. I was just like, why would you do that? Had us sitting for 5 days.
Wow.
What's the normal turnaround time?
Like 2?
Thank
Maybe
you.
3 at max if
Max.
for some reason like it's the weekend, Friday.
We get it. Monday. You're getting back to us.
Yeah.
He decided to wait 5 whole days. No responses. Oh, my client is getting back to you. My client. And then out of nowhere, 3 days later, guess what? Guess what he says?
Uh-oh.
Oh, we have more offers.
Yeah.
No kidding. No kidding. You use my offer as the glue.
Yeah.
Hello. Yeah, and I can see him now on the phone. Yeah, and we got a doctor who's interested in our house. I can see him now.
How did your client feel about it? How was she? Because I know she probably was like, hey, you heard from my offer?
Oh, she was calling me like every day, like, what's going on? Like, what's going on? And I'm here sitting there, well, I'm doing my absolute best. I'm doing my absolute best.
Do you have to call a doctor every time you're on the phone with her? Or is she just, okay, she cool like that?
Nah, she's cool.
Okay, cool.
Now, most of my, like, MDs or even like dentists or anything like that,
Would you be cool with it?
they're always like, call me so.
I'd be like, you gotta call me Dr. AD.
That's why you're not a doctor.
Yeah, maybe. And you gotta say doctor in my phone.
And you know the sad part is?
What?
That would be me. That would talk, doctor, I did doctor.
Yeah.
Please.
That's why we're not doctors.
Please. I'll be at Starbucks. Doctor.
Can I get a pumpkin spice for a doctor?
They got a dappo? Got a dappo? I'll just stand there not answering. They ain't talking to me. They ain't talking to me.
I would come up like, oh, did you mean Dr. Adakball?
That's my drink. Thank you.
I didn't hear
Thank you. So yeah, that's what happened. So But this is where great relationships come in.
Okay.
So long story short.
This story gets better.
Oh, it gets way better.
Okay.
Great relationships. So in that exact same neighborhood, I had put in another offer for another client. Did a fantastic job with the agent. He reaches out to me and says, hey, I have a house coming on the market. The listing previously had expired, but guess where it was located?
In the same area?
Next door. Next door.
That's wild. Like next door?
Serendipitous. This is one of those like, what? That actually happened. House was located next door. The listing had expired with a previous agent. She was actually interested in it, saw it on the market. We weren't trying to get into it during that same window of time, but couldn't get into it. So then that listing expired. My friend, who happened to be the listing agent on there, reaches out to me and says, hey, before this house goes to market, I got a new listing in the area. I know you had clients shopping in this area. Do you have someone else? Well, yes, I do. Yes, I do. And I told him exactly what the situation that happened right next door. He's like, you talking about that house with the... that house with the... And so from there, got her in before the house even got on the market. Locked the house up.
Okay. I'm giving you a pound.
So I'm not mad anymore. I'm sorry, that was weird.
Yeah,
it was like one of those high fives.
It's okay, we get it. That's pretty cool. How do you come up with a solution for your client like that?
Yes, relationships. Relationships went way further.
Yeah, I would say
situation.
Relationship would take you where money can't. So.
You didn't say that. That saying was made before you. But.
Yeah, but I know what I meant. I meant to say that
my own adage.
That was good. That caught me off guard. I meant to say that.
I always say.
That
okay, I'll stop. I always say.
All right. You got it. Relationships. Well, go ahead. Look at you using your relationships to help your clients still be able to get the house. That's pretty cool. Like, was it a couple of days after, or did it?
It was within the span of time, because this is what happened. That agent, I ultimately got under contract with the house right next door. The agent reaches out to me as I'm writing and says, "Oh yeah, my client decided to go with another offer."
Yeah, no.
I'm so surprised. Wow.
Yeah,
oh my God.
Tell
me something new. Wow.
Yeah.
After 7 days later. Anyway.
And you know the crazy part is, like, in our business, you want to be mindful of that, because you more than likely may see that person again. And I'm gonna remember.
You gonna see me.
Yeah.
I'm
You're not going nowhere.
Yeah.
You still slinging this real estate.
Period.
Okay.
I'm outside.
With the real estate.
With the real estate. I don't know how to say it without sounding. Anyway.
I know, I got you.
Not outside like that. I'm very married with a baby. I'm a family person. So boring. A good day for me is the park.
And the stroller.
Maybe a margarita. Go ahead.
No, that was good.
So this episode has been brought to you by Lowe's. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Stop letting your home fall apart quietly. With Lowe's, Home Care Plus handles the small stuff before it becomes expensive. For about $99 a year, they will come out to your actual home twice and take care of the maintenance like filters, vents, and safety checks. It's not a home warranty. It's basically your home upkeep with a subscription to protect your home investment. Lowe's Home Care Plus. All right, segment 2.
Okay.
That's so cool. I did that. Okay.
You did a good job. So let's talk about mine. So similar situation.
Okay.
I had a client, and he's a police officer, works 2 jobs.
Are we mad?
I got mad. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, 10 toes down as well.
All right.
So we submitted our offer, and it took them literally 7 days to get back to us.
How long?
A week.
Just to
get back the first offer.
Very similar to my situation.
Yeah, and then the days went down. It went from 7 to 5.
What happened between the 7 and the 5?
I was just kind of following up. I think the agent is a dual career agent. right? What is a dual agent? That means you have a main job somewhere else and you're still working real estate part-time.
We are not throwing shade.
Yeah, no judgment.
Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
You know, no judgment, but I would just call her and she would never be able to talk during the day. Even tried in the evening, she wouldn't pick up. Anytime I texted her, there was nothing, no response back.
What type of job she got?
I don't know, babe. I don't know. I just wanted an answer.
There's all sorts in real estate, you know?
It's ridiculous. So then I asked the lender, I'm like, yo, you give her a shout as well to see if, you know, you can.
Hold on. Oh, that was just my daughter screaming at the top of her lungs. Sorry, my mom ears. Go ahead.
So I even asked the lender, I'm like, hey, can you give her a call to see if you can get a response, a different number? Nothing from him either. I was like, this girl don't.
So you had the lender call in as well? And
Babe.
What was she doing? Was she traveling?
She didn't even tell me. She never responded.
So wait, so it was a 7-day window for when the offer came in.
Yes.
Then we got a response.
Yes.
Okay. Then an additional 5. What happened at that 7-day that you guys didn't walk away?
My client really liked the house because of the price.
What did she say to you?
She just said, this is the seller's counter.
She counted you at the 7-day mark.
Yes.
And then you were like, okay, I'll hear from you in a few days or tomorrow. A few hours. You waited 5 whole days?
I waited.
What was your client saying through all that?
So my client, I said, hey, we want to be in a position where we have the control, right? And we take the initiative.
Your client said that, or that was you
advising? I said that. Okay. I'm advising them, sir. Now I'm getting mad. Yeah, I said we want to be in a position of control, position of power.
Absolutely.
Let's take the initiative. I said we don't have to wait.
No.
We don't have to deal with this.
No, not at all.
So my client,
was the house that great?
Price-wise, but it needed some work. Yeah, so you know,
like a discounted situation.
Correct. Not a lot of motivation from the client to move. Right, he's living with a family member. You know, at a reduced cost.
Yeah, there's no major timeline.
Thank you. So he's like, I'll wait.
I'm like, no big deal. We'll figure it out.
Exactly.
Okay, all right.
So he's like, I'll wait. I want to be in my client's corner. I'm like, I'll wait with you. You know, so I'm like, yeah.
We all gonna wait.
Double down.
We all gonna wait.
Wasn't like that, but yes.
Yeah, we gonna wait. Get off the phone hype.
Yeah.
Accomplished nothing.
Nothing. I'm going to wait with you. And we just wait. So we waited. This is the second time. Wait another 5 days.
Okay. And then after that, what happened at the 5-day mark?
I told my client, I said, man, we're coming up on 2 weeks, client. I said, I think we should start looking at other places. Like, no, not yet. No. I said, we respond back. Because he wanted to counter back. I said,
at 5 days.
I said,
with no response.
We got the response. So this is 12 days in.
Now we got another counter. You countered. She finally countered back at 5 days. This is 12 days in total, almost 2 weeks.
Let me say my counters are within 24 hours.
Y'all are patient, man. I would have been looking.
So then, in between that, so then my client submitted after 7 days, 5 days. So then it was now time for us to counter. But then my client was like, can I bring my contractor there? I'm like, sure. So can I bring my brother there?
Okay. There's enough time.
Yeah, it's
not like she even knows.
Correct. So I said, yeah, let's do our due diligence. So, we start going, with contractors.
That wasn't even a home inspection.
No, babe.
That was just I have time. Let me just book it. Let me send the contractor by. Let me just take a look. It's vacant. This, that, and the thing. Yeah. Okay.
So, we're looking up and down under the rug, really examining this home.
Not even a home inspection.
Not even a home inspection. And I assured the client, I said, we'll do a home inspection. The house had some, we call it TLC, which means tender loving care, right? So there is some work that needs to be done. So after all of that due diligence, right, 12 days, I'm like, okay, are we ready?
If you guys see me looking up, it's because my daughter's screaming at the top of her lungs with grandma. And my mom brain is going off. I've talked about this mom brain.
Yeah. I think she's
all is well. Okay.
Yeah.
Continue.
So so at this point, we're ready to submit our counter, and the buyer's like, I don't know. I said, you don't know? Mm-hmm. I said, why? We just did all this due diligence. I brought my contractor, you brought your contractor. We price compared. We have a plan, right? And he was buying the home below, list price, so he had a good amount of equity. And he just said,
that's why he waited. I'm trying to figure out why we waiting.
Yeah.
Okay, there has to be a reason besides patience. There's upside.
Yeah,
there
and to be specific, had about like $100,000 worth of upside.
That's why we're ding, 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 ding. I was trying to figure it out. I'm like, what? Why?
Yeah. So then, you know, we countered, and then we waited another 4 days before we received the count again. So now we're
getting bad at math now.
12 plus 4, so we're 16.
17 days.
Yeah, almost, yeah.
17
days.
Yeah, 12 plus 5. Yeah.
7 plus 5 is 12 plus 4 is 16. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, 4. Okay, got it. All right, so, 16 days. Yeah.
At this point, I said, hey, man, every count
half
again.
Half a month at this month. Child, a month? This ain't commercial? What the heck?
So, you know, in my brain, I'm like, how is this seller okay with this buyer responding like this?
That's the real quick.
And
talk about it.
And the house has been on the market for.
The seller don't even know that he's being represented so poorly.
Or her. Yeah.
Or her. Yes.
How? I've just been more than 30 days.
Thank you for being a feminist in that moment. Come on, high five. Girl, dad. Continue.
Yes, I am. Proud one.
He said her. You a dang straight, her. You a dang straight. Dang straight. I know that's right. Not even Women's History Month. He said it. I know that's right. You better be a girl, dad. You go, boy. Go ahead.
Baby, that's my train of thoughts. But yeah, you know, the house has been on the market for so long, like over 30 days.
We're saying that the poor representation.
Poor representation, you know, but all of that time made the buyer think about everything and anything that could go wrong. So he decided to walk away.
Okay, it just took him half a month. It took him half a month to figure that out.
You know what is even more crazier?
What was the crazy part?
I sent a nice email telling the agent, hey, the buyer is this.
She didn't even know.
She didn't even respond.
She still thinks she countering chat.
She still didn't respond back, yo. I said, this is bad.
She gonna get back to you.
Like maybe a week later.
She gonna get back to you on Monday.
Like,
It's Friday when we're filming this. She gonna go through the whole weekend, but I lost the offer.
She must have a really important job that doesn't allow her to. I mean, she'll hit me back with I'll call you back. And then, you know, my happy self, yes.
In my brain.
Please call me back. I need to talk to you.
The worst places.
I don't know.
But this is a family show. And we are sponsored by Lowe's. So therefore,
the buyer was actually gonna, you know, funny you speak about Lowe's. We are gonna go to Lowe's to get our supplies
for everything, for all the repairs. Yeah. Thank you, Lowe's. Thank you, Lowe's. Thank you, Lowe's.
The buyer said no, it's too much. Works 2 jobs. He's like, you know, think about it. I think if I want to manage a renovation and a project and everything. Yeah. And it just became a lot. And I just saw how this seller lost. Well, not even the seller, but maybe the seller and the agent lost the buyer that was ready, willing, and able. He was fired up.
There's so many lessons to be learned in this episode. One, it takes all parties.
Yeah.
Everybody has to be working together in order for these deals to go well.
Yeah.
And that's why, which I'm going to talk about in another episode, I really don't think that AI is really going to take over the real estate industry. And that's just, the reason being is just because it's just way too human.
Yeah.
It's way too human.
Very human. I would say the second one is advocacy. In your story, I mean, being able to just kind of get ahead of it. Like, okay, I know she wants to be in this area, in this community. How else can I, be solution oriented?
Also, your reputation, your reputation precedes you.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have been able to make that happen unless the agent knew I was a great operator.
That's true.
And wanted to be in transaction in escrow with me.
Yeah. Even with my lady, hence why I still kept a level of professionalism, because I don't know if I'm going to run into her again.
You're not, because you ain't going to see her, because she not around. You're not gonna run into her. Like,
that's a fair point.
It's wild. I really feel bad for the seller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm how you be saying I don't be saying these quotes, but I'm a big believer. How you play here is how you play everywhere.
Did you make that one up too?
I didn't make that one up, but I say quite a bit. You were
just a sage, ED. You were just quite the sage. Let me tell you. All right. before we go, what did you see this week?
Yeah, for me, so I'm having a lady doing a 1031 exchange.
Cool.
Yeah, just fancy way of saying that she bought a property, she sold the property, but didn't take the money from the property because she doesn't want to pay the taxes, which is legal.
But legal.
Yep. So she's going to roll up the gain into another property. So we have parameters, like we have 45 days to find another one, and we have 180 days to sell. All right. So the time is kind of ticking, from when we sold. So we found a multifamily and
Clicking and ticking.
yeah, in Maryland, specifically like in that Prince George's County area, and we got multiple offers because you typically don't see that type of housing stock. So yeah, we're competing out the wazoo to get it.
What did I see this week? We did a lot of interviews.
Okay.
We made one hire so far, and there's another one on his way.
Yes.
Yay us. Yeah. Yay us. We are expanding. There's another one on his way. They do not know that we are paying attention.
That's true.
They don't know that we're paying attention, but there will be another in the next few weeks.
Cool.
So.
Dapo Group is growing.
Dapo Group is growing. That is really cool. This is so much fun.
I always enjoy it.
Yes,
when I'm
yes.
with you.
Oh, and I'm with you too, sweetie.
Thank you.
All right. So, how do people find us?
Yes. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share.
If you want to follow us on Instagram at the Dapo Group. And if you want any resources that we talked about like 1031 exchange, just a little bit of real estate vocabulary. I'll throw that in there. We talked about
the doctor's loans.
I'll throw some of that in the descriptions. You can get that on the podcast description, but you also can get it in the YouTube descriptions where everything usually is. And if you want to get in contact with us, there's also a link in the description box below. But I think that's it. My name is Amanda.
Mine is AD.
And until next time, guys. Bye.